On day 1, I spawned into a burning village being attacked by an evil pirate.
I'm Captain Octo. Give me all your treasure.
What the heck are you doing? Stop attacking this village right now!
Another pirate? It's my lucky day!
Do so much damage! As I was left at barely 1 heart, I had to make some distance between me and Octo. So I hurried inside the next building I could find and rushed to the top. Looks like I outsmarted you, Mr. Captain.
Fine, I don't have time for this anyway. I need to find the Island of Gold.
An island of gold? I mean, it can't be that hard to find, right?
You think so? Let's make a bet then. If you can get to the island before me, I'll give back everything I took from this village. Even this weird compass.
I accept your challenge. I'll get to the island of gold way before you.
Good luck then.
And before I knew it, Octo was totally gone. On day 2, I looked around to see if I could find any leads on the Island of Gold. But instead of finding any clues, I managed to find an old man being attacked by a bunch of pirate pillagers.
You loan sharks aren't getting my money!
Oh my god, are you okay?
What do you think?
Don't worry, man, I got you. And so I found apples from a nearby tree, crafted a full set of wooden tools, and I rushed to save the oddly familiar old man.
Hey, thanks for the help. Those pillagers won't leave me alone nowadays.
Yeah, no problem, but why is there a half-destroyed ship here?
Oh, this is where I build my boats.
Oh really, I actually need a pirate ship.
Oh, don't worry, this next one's on the house.
After 24 hours, the old man had finished and my boat was complete.
Your pirate ship is done.
That sounds great. Where is it, by the way? This, isn't quite what I imagined.
Hey, listen, you get what you pay for, buddy.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. And I was off to start my adventure. On days 6 through 8, I sailed around the ocean. I managed to find a few shipwrecks, so that was pretty neat. However, on day 9, I was surprised to find a giant island in the sky. So out of curiosity, I decided to climb up one of the waterfalls. And lo and behold, there was a giant civilization with villagers everywhere. So I explored for a bit until I found what looked to be a tavern. And once I was inside, I asked around for information. Hey, weird question, but do you know anything about the Island of Gold? I'm trying to find it. Well, I'm not sure who the Pirate King is, but is he still here? Oh, sweet, I still have a chance. Thank you for the help, generic bartender man. Ladies and gentlemen, my plan was simple. I was going to steal the most valuable item in the world from the most powerful man in the world, which meant that security was going to be extremely difficult, and I'm just kidding. I water bucket clutched first try, and there were no guards on the ship. All right, wonder what's down. Oh my god! Ladies and gentlemen, I had successfully located the treasure room. And before I knew it, I had the map to the Island of Gold in my possession. But my celebration had come to a close because the Pirate King was already here. I wasn't strong enough to fight him yet, so I found a hole in the ship and hid.
Man, I love being the Pirate's King. Pirate school is definitely worth it. Now I just have to find the map. Which barrel was it in again? I swear I put it right here. Oh no, I can't find it. I must have misplaced it again. Men, we need to search the ship. I forgot where I put the map again.
This might be a slight problem. Before I knew what was going on, the ship was being swarmed with the Pirate King's crew. I knew I was gonna be found out eventually, so the only way out was to fight. Battlebox skills don't fail me now! However, after my epic battle, the Pirate King was alerted to all the commotion, and unfortunately, I was cornered.
Aha! So you took my map. I knew I didn't forget it. After all, it's been 687 years since I've forgotten anything.
Hang on, Pirate King. Take one more step forward and I'll blow up myself along with this map.
No, wait! It took me 687 years to collect that map.
Well, you can spend another 687 years repairing this giant hole!
No! Stop him!
And in a blaze of glory, I escaped the Pirate King's ship. So the next day, I was completely prepared to find the Island of Gold and defeat Captain Octo. Except that I was not prepared in the slightest, actually. I still had full leather armor. So I spent days 14 through 15 looting various shipwrecks. And before long, I was geared in full iron armor. You know, now that I think about it, it's kind of strange that I was able to outrun a giant pirate ship with a small wooden boat. Am I really sure this guy's the Pirate King? He seems kind of bad at his job, I'm just saying. After I was done roasting the Pirate King, I followed the map. And almost immediately, I noticed that I was definitely not in the right place. Where the hell am I? What? Something tells me this doesn't quite look right. This is very clearly not the Island of Gold. I don't know what the hell this map... Oh no. I seem to have made a A mistake. Confused and disappointed in myself, I wondered if there was anything actually important on the island. So I walked around for a bit until I found a small house. And completely disregarding any sense of privacy, I hastily barged in without knocking. And inside, there was another villager. Well, hey, hang on. I'm sorry to barge in like this, but I'm completely lost. Can you maybe tell me where I am? A giant ice castle, you say? Sounds like my kind of place. And with 1,000,001 questions, I set off in search of the ice castle. Man, that sure is a lot of ice. I wonder if this is the castle. Let me check my map. Bro, this map doesn't make any sense. I think I got scammed. Why does it lead to an ice castle when it says it's the map to the island of gold? And with my endless rage fueling my determination, I approached the ice castle. Oh, I found a slime chunk. That's funny. What in tarnation? For some ungodly reason, the castle was filled with slimes. And I knew that the only possible way for me to enter the castle was to defeat all of them in front of me. And after a lengthy battle and an extreme amount of damage, I finally managed to fight off the first wave. On day 19, after defeating a majority of the slimes, I found an armory. And in one of the chests, I managed to find a pistol. Please, YouTube, for the love of God, do not demonetize me. Anyways, after collecting my retextured crossbow, I found a bridge. And as soon as I crossed it, I realized there was something severely wrong with this castle. What's up with there not being a ceiling? Oh, good God, this castle is falling apart. But ladies and gentlemen, there was a glimmer of hope. There just so happened to be a chest in the center of the atrium. Until I saw that it was guarded by a giant slime that fell out of the sky. What? Where the hell did you come from? I used my retextured crossbow to deal some damage, and then I went in with my retextured sword. It responded by using its attack of poison, which was extremely effective on me. After eating some carrots in my inventory to regenerate, I fired off as many rounds as I could. And before I knew what had happened, the slime was already dead. You post-spammed, you dumb idiot. Anyway, let's see what's in this box. After digging through all the coins in the chest, I found another map to the island of gold. I also found a cursed bone, which I thought was pretty weird, but I took it anyway. Oh, sweet, I upgraded. With my new upgrade, my retextured crossbow was enchanted with Quick Charge 3. And I also got 5 extra hearts. Okay, it's nice to know that I upgraded, but it would also be nice to know if this next map actually works. But the thing is, why check now when I can wait until I'm halfway across the ocean? I might do that. And with my brilliant plan in motion, I exited the giant ice castle. However, bad news was steadily approaching. Because not long after I exited the snowy tundra, I encountered a giant pirate ship infested with pirate pillagers. Bro, why the hell did you jump off your own ship? These are either the dumbest or the most dedicated pirates I've ever seen. So anyway, I boarded the ship, fought a few pillagers, found some extremely convenient TNT, placed that said TNT, lit that TNT, and watched as the ship blew up faster than Sandwich Lord's YouTube channel, who I am terrified will surpass me in subscribers. Did I mention you should subscribe? You should subscribe! And with my call to action out of the way, I pursued my dream of finding the island of gold. And on day 28, I arrived at the map's location. Okay, well, it looks like someone spilt blue paint all over my map, so that's pretty nice. Where the hell am I supposed to go? There is nothing here. I don't see any, island? What's that? After further investigation, it appears I wound up on an Atlantean civilization. And by Atlantean civilization, I mean like a few houses that were underwater, I guess. Oh, a guardian! Oh, are you friendly? The guardian stood there and said nothing, for he was a stoic. Either that or I couldn't hear him through the water, I'm not really sure. But he noticed I was having trouble breathing underwater, so he handed me a diving helmet. The diving helmet gave me permanent water breathing, and I was off to travel the depths of the sea. After I spent days 30, 31, and 32 swimming aimlessly, I was alerted to the presence of a giant building in front of me via my eyeballs. It didn't exactly look like a house this time, so I was curious what was inside. So I found a door and entered, probably without authorization, but I mean, who really cares about that? What really matters is the fact that I found like 12 chests here. Well, finders keepers, I guess. Another map, fantastic. Oh god, what did I do? Suddenly a guard appeared at the edge of the doorway. I didn't steal anything, I swear! But it was too late. He spawned in like 20 guardians before I could even blink. And because we were underwater, it was safe to say that my pistol wasn't gonna work at all. And it's not like I had another convenient weapon in my first slot that I could use to fight off these guardians either. So try as I might, I just wasn't able to defeat the guardians. So for the third Golem video in a row, I was knocked out. What? God, where am I? Upon closer inspection, it appears I was in some sort of an Atlantean jail cell. Couldn't tell you why I was there, but it looks like I wasn't alone. Elder Guardian. Fantastic! The Elder Guardian gave me mining fatigue, which if you don't know, basically makes it impossible to mine anything. And it would appear that I would be stuck there forever, mining bars for an endless eternity. But appearances can be deceiving, because when I opened my inventory, I looked at the spare materials I had. And I thought of a plan so brilliant, it would make Dream himself proud. Hang on, I need to try something. Like lots of things in my life, this could either succeed or fail horribly, who knows. Okay, here. And there. Pressure plate here. Then I activate the piston. Oh my god, this is actually gonna work. No way! It actually worked, I'm a genius! And with my freshly acquired freedom, I charged at that Elder Guardian like nobody's business. It responded by firing its giant laser, but I didn't let up one bit. So after eating a little bit of food, I went at it full force with my cutlass. And after one final shot from my retextured crossbow, the battle had concluded, and I was victorious. Man, I sure am glad that my revolver decided to work during the Elder Guardian fight, and not when I was, you know, being captured or anything. On day 37, I swam up the really cool spiral to exit the prison. There were guardians waiting for me at the top, but they were no match for the power of running away. And in the blink of an eye, I was back sailing the ocean. Okay, let me take a look at the map, actually. Oh, it actually looks like it leads somewhere this time. And after finding 4 gapples in a ruined portal, I continued my journey to find the Island of Gold with the Atlantean treasure map. And on day 39, I saw a pretty familiar ship on the horizon. Wait a minute, is that Captain Octo's ship? There's no way by some fluke coincidence that I actually came across... I hate my life.
Oh, hey, it's you! What's up?
I don't know, what's up with the giant hole in your ship?
Watch your mouth. This is from the pirate pillager fleet. If you're not careful, they'll tear ye apart.
They did that much damage to Octo's ship? Octo should be way more powerful than me, and he got owned. This fleet's gotta be on an entirely different level than the pillagers I fought before.
I did not get owned. This is just a little damage.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you could hear my monologue. We may have been arguing, but it's not like me and Octo had a reason to fight each other either. Not that I would win. So I passed him while his ship was in repair, and that was the end of that.
You've been warned, man.
Alright, I get it. Jeez. In retrospect, I should have learned from his warning, because on day 40, I encountered a giant fleet of pirate ships. Man, I wonder what that giant fleet of ships is doing over here. There's no way this can possibly be related to my encounter with Captain Octo yesterday, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, my optimism was misplaced. This was indeed the pillager pirate fleet, and as soon as I boarded the first ship, I knew that I was in for the fight of my life. Okay, I had to dig through the bottom of the ship to get here, but at least I'm alive. Oh, sweet, there's treasure. I managed to find another cursed bone in the treasury room, and as soon as it entered my inventory, I upgraded from a blue pirate to a red pirate. I got an entirely new second row of hearts, and a special pirate cutlass with sharpness 5. And with my power level through the roof, I defeated all the pillagers on the first ship with ease. But it just kept getting better, because on the ship I found a barrel filled with TNT. Well, now I know where the giant hole from Captain Octo's ship came from. And just like that, the ship was blown to smithereens. So I repeated this process multiple times until almost the entire fleet was destroyed. Out of all the ships, there was only one left now, and this one had red sails, which meant it was super dangerous. But that didn't scare me at all, because I was prepared and extremely confident. So I bridged onto the boat using my explosive bridging material and boarded the ship like any other. There were a lot of pillagers on this one, so I used a lot of my TNT to blow a giant hole in the ship. I knew they were critically wounded, but I couldn't let up just yet. So after a little bit more fighting, I finished off what I thought were the rest of the pillagers. But what you think is not always what you get, ladies and gentlemen, because I was alerted to one more pillager. Are those ghosts? This appeared to be the captain, and while he didn't speak at all during our battle, the minions and mouths he was summoning out of nowhere said 1,000 words. The captain ended up doing so much damage to me that I had to leave the ship for a moment and regenerate. And as soon as my health returned to normal, I went back on the ship and finished off the pirate captain with my cutlass. Oh, you were one-shot. How convenient. The captain dropped a strange item called a Totem of Undying. I'm not quite sure what it did, but I kept it in my inventory regardless. Anyway, to get revenge on the captain who did so much damage to me, I filled the entire ship with all the TNT I had in my inventory. And instantaneously, that ship was deader than Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. Yeah, that one's for the Yogscast guy! Well, that was fun. On day 42, I scavenged the remains of some of the ships. It turns out I had a lot of diamonds on me from yesterday, so I figured now would be the time to make diamond tools and armor. It looked like after the fight everything was going pretty well, but I noticed that Captain Octo had come back for some reason. So naturally, the next day I yelled at him. Octo, why in God's green earth are you back here? Your hull is not even repaired yet.
Says the guy in the rowboat. I bet you're scavenging those ships to find the map to the Island of Gold.
Well, for your information, Octo, I already have a map. Plus, can't you even tell what ships these are? This is the Pillager pirate fleet that I single-handedly destroyed.
Woo! Yeah, right. The Pirate King probably just did it for you. You just came here after he won.
You know what? Forget it. I'm not even talking to you. Goodbye. So, full of anger and resentment for Captain Octo, I sailed the seas to find what would hopefully be the last map to the Island of Gold. And after I traveled for days 44 through 45, I eventually arrived on a small island on day 46. Okay, you know what? Let's be optimistic. What if the Island of Gold is in the Nether? It's always a possibility. Aw, barnacles. After I spent days 47 through 48 wandering around the Nether like a goddamn idiot, I located what appeared to be a pirate ship over a giant lava ocean. So with my curiosity piqued, I bridged over to take a look. And when I finally got a view, I found that the ship was filled with piglins. The only possibility I could rule out was that this was a repurposed Bastion remnant. And we all know what happens to Bastion remnants when Minecraft players are around. So using my speedrunner instincts, I slashed at the piglins. They were strong, but no match for the power of anime power-ups. So after I defeated a few of them, I was led up a staircase. And up that staircase was none other than the Gold Room. Good God, how much gold is that? These piglins are stacked, man. I found some chests in the treasury room, and in one of them was another map to the Island of Gold. Great, another piece of paper that's totally not gonna lead me in the wrong direction. Thanks, man. But seriously though, like, I can't understand for the life of me what's wrong with these maps. Every time, consistently, I'm led to some random place. On day 52, after I was done questioning the plot of the YouTube video, I was just about to leave the piglin ship. But I just happened to notice next to me that the piglins here were literally so rich that they had cannons made out of netherite. So naturally, I had to take advantage of that opportunity. And instantly, my armor was upgraded from diamond to netherite. On day 53, I checked the map I got from the piglins. And for the first time in this journey, I was actually hopeful. Wait, this could actually be the real map. It looks like an island. If this really is the real map, I have to get there ASAP. Oh, no. What? Not only were there pirates waiting for me on the other side, but now my portal was completely useless. Who are you? I tried to switch to my pistol as fast as possible, but I accidentally dropped the map instead. I tried to get it back as soon as I could, but the guy was just too fast. Get back here with my small rowboat! But it was too late. My boat was now completely gone, and I was stranded. After I realized there was no way off of this island, I turned around to see none other than the Pirate King staring down at me.
It's you again. It's time I took my map back.
Listen, I'm very sorry that I stole from you. It happens all the time. But I need that map to beat Captain Octo.
Captain Octo? He was my old college roommate. He always loved to challenge people to stupid things. But anyways, that was 687 years ago. I'd rather not spend another 687 years talking to you.
There's no way you're gonna get away with this! But before my words could reach his non-existent skeletal ears, his ship was already disappearing over the horizon. And I was left hopeless and abandoned with nothing more than a small patch of land. On day 55, I had literally no resources. So seeing as building a new boat was entirely out of the question, I spent all of day 55 and 56 building something in the sand. Days 57 through 60 were spent mining the remains of the portal, and honestly, I'm not really sure what I was expecting. Nothing really happened. I even tried relighting the portal at one point just to see what would happen, but because it was crying obsidian, it's not like that was gonna do anything either. But on day 64, after 9 days of waiting, my salvation came in the form of another pillager pirate ship. I knew this was my only chance to survive, so with barely 2 bars of hunger left, I rushed aboard. And after finding almost a stack of pork chops in the barrels, and stealing some more convenient TNT, I was finally able to craft a boat and rush after the Pirate King. After a day of paddling my rowboat as fast as I possibly could, I caught up with the Pirate King. And what I found next was astounding. This was definitely an island, but upon closer inspection, it was nowhere near the Island of Gold. I know, big surprise. But unlike all of the other maps, this island actually looked important, because there was a giant tower with a skull coming out of it, and if there's one thing I know, that's not a good sign. So, disregarding all sense of safety, I walked in the giant skull-shaped mountain. At first, I thought it was just an ominous dark room, but my thoughts changed as soon as I saw a giant hole in the ground. There were vines on the wall, so my thought process was to climb down and see what happened. And as soon as I reached the bottom, the Pirate King was standing on some sort of altar. I didn't want him to know that I was there, so I found a pillar nearby and hid behind it. But I was nowhere near prepared for what would happen next. Because at that very moment, a mysterious ghost appeared in front of the Pirate King.
Who has summoned the first pirate?
Me! I am the current Pirate King. I was just following this map to the Island of Gold, and for some reason it led me here.
Ha 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 ha. I can't believe you fell for it.
Fell for what?
There is no map to the Island of Gold. I made tons of fake maps to trick new pirates. You've just been pranked!
I called it! I knew they were fake maps.
That's impossible. I know it exists.
Oh, don't worry. The island exists. You just need my compass to get there.
Well, where did you put your compass then?
All I remember is a village with strange hay bales.
Strange hay bales? Why does that sound so familiar? On day 1, I spawned into a burning village being attacked by an evil pirate. No, that's stupid. There's no way.
If you can get to the island before me, I'll give back everything I took from this village. Even this weird compass.
Oh my god, Octo has the compass.
Huh? Who's there?
Oh boy, I think he heard me.
Oh hey, it's you again. Did you say that Octo has the compass?
Yeah, it's possible that he could even be headed there right now.
Ha! I'm not worried if it's Octo. That idiot always makes horrible decisions.
Meanwhile, on Captain Octo's ship.
Nah, this map isn't getting us anywhere. I followed it perfectly. And when we arrive, there's nothing here. It's almost like I'm being pranked.
Well, if you want to try, sir, we can use this compass from the village.
No, you barnacle head. The legend specifically says you need a map to get there. Oh well, I'll just use one of the tons of other maps we have here.
Yeah, honestly, you're probably right. That guy's kind of a barnacle head. Now, if you'll excuse me, Pirate King, I'm gonna go try to find Captain Octo.
Sorry, bud, but I don't think I can let you leave here. We might be the only ones who know the truth. And there's no way I'm sharing the Island of Gold after looking for 687 years.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Let's see who the better pirate is, Pirate King. And so the legendary battle between me and the Pirate King began. The first thing I noticed was how much knockback he was taking, which I thought was pretty strange. But then he pulled some weird anime move on me. Wait, huh? Why are there swords everywhere? He summoned giant skeleton heads next, and soon I was overwhelmed. God, I can't hit any of them! They do like no damage individually, but if they keep hitting me, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I switched over to my revolver, and honestly, that didn't really work much better either. There were just too many skeletons, and I wasn't doing enough damage anyway. Meaning my only option was to ignore all the skeleton heads and go right for the king. But that plan ended up failing miserably. God dang it, I can't get in to damage the Pirate King. There's so many skeletons. However, even though I was complaining, there was a ray of hope. And that was the simple fact that the Pirate King and I were both at half health, which meant that I actually had a chance to beat him. So I went with my sword and charged at him with everything I had. The skeletons were everywhere now, but at this point I knew I couldn't back down. However, the battle was draining on and I was starting to get extremely low on health. So after getting my saturation up and running, I went back to attack the Pirate King, dealing a lot of damage. And before long, he was at his last sliver of health. And die! Wait, what?
It's gonna take more than that to kill the Pirate King.
Oh, sorry, what was that? The Pirate King was all but defeated now, but I noticed he dropped something where he died, so before I left, I grabbed it. I was able to take a closer look when I got to the surface, and it turned out to be the Pirate King's cap. And as soon as I put it on, I became the new Pirate King. As the new Pirate King, I got a 3rd row of hearts and permanent regeneration too. I knew I was one of the most powerful pirates in the world at this point, so I went to blow up the former Pirate King's ship. What, is that it? And on day 77, the Island of Gold was as good as mine. But just to make sure I was obscenely overpowered, I wanted to get my armor enchanted. So I spent all of day 77 looting shipwrecks until I had enough materials. And before I knew it, my armor was enchanted. I spent day 79 through 80 looking for Captain Octo, until on day 81 when his ship appeared out of the fog. I knew I only had one chance of getting the compass, so I had to be really sneaky about how I played this. So using an invisibility potion that I conveniently found in a shipwreck, I was able to climb aboard completely undetected.
No, no, no! This is completely wrong. Why is every map lying to us? At this rate, my student loans will never get paid off.
Is that why he wants the Island of Gold? You know what, I take that back. That's completely understandable. Oh, sweet, I found some barrels. All right, let's see. Oh, yes, here it is. I wonder if there's anything else in here.
Pirate King, is that you?
Oh, no, it's me, actually.
Oh, it's just you again. Why are you stealing my maps?
Oh, no, I don't need one of your maps. I'm actually just stealing a compass. Turns out all the maps were fakes, and you actually had the right compass the whole time, so that's pretty funny.
You mean I've been going in circles for 3 months?
I mean, not really 3 months, but you're pretty close. Anyways, I'll see you later. My invis potion ran out.
Get back here.
Oh yeah, why don't you catch me, you dumb idiot? And so the final race was on. And I had the sole job of outrunning a giant ship with my rowboat. Things were going well at first, but he was steadily getting closer to me. But I wasn't worried until he started attacking me.
Fire the cannons!
Good heavens! However, on day 90, I appeared to be getting extremely close, because I found giant pieces of gold in the water. Well, it looks like the first pirate was on to something. And then I saw it. Just like the legends foretold, it was an island completely made out of gold. I was happy to say that I was now rich beyond my wildest dreams. Oh, hey, look who finally decided to show up. All right, Octo, it's time I got an apology.
I can't believe this. You beat me. Well, I hate to say it, but you're the better pirate. I'll give back all the loot from the village.
That's exactly right, Octo. It's fine to steal from literally everybody, but not the villagers.
I just have one question. Who's gonna take the Island of Gold now?
I don't know, actually. I mean, I would say me, but we both got here at about the same time. Octo, what is that? It turns out that me and Octo weren't alone on the island, for there was an omen of death about to meet our gaze. Holy crap, it's a giant lobster! Listen, Octo, tell you what, let's both take this giant lobster down together and then we'll split the Island of Gold 50-50. What do you say?
You got a deal.
Alright then, Octo, I'm ready to get paid! What the barnacles? Octo, you want to help me?
Don't worry, I'm shooting at it.
As you can see, I was dealing direct damage up close while Octo was providing support. We were like a dysfunctional team together. It was great. Octo, my sword is about to break. What are you doing?
Don't worry, I have an idea.
Really, I would love to hear it.
Go, my pirate crew!
That's your brilliant idea? I was able to beat these guys in day 11. Yeah, they're all dead. Look at them go.
Barnacles! That was my last idea! Oh well, it's time I went full throttle.
Oh my god, what's he doing? With Captain Octo's full power, I was finally able to see his main attacking animation. I knew this time he meant business, so I provided support with my retextured crossbow. Octo, how are you doing over there? You don't look like you're doing a lot of damage to him, actually.
This guy's tougher than he looks, okay?
You mean he has a lot of health? Really? You know, Octo, not to be a downer or anything, but you're looking really low on health.
Are you a barnacle head or something? No one can take down Captain Octo!
No! How could you? He didn't even get to pay off his student loans. And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like it was the end for me. I had almost no ammunition and my sword was about to break. Meanwhile, there was a giant monster in front of me that refused to die. I guess that was it. Or was it? The captain dropped a strange item called a Totem of Undying. I'm not quite sure what it did, but I kept it in my inventory regardless. Wait, that's right, I can still survive this! Alright, bro, I'm ready, come at me! Oh my god, I'm dead! Oh, the pain, suffering, and agony I'm feeling right now. Oh my god. Worked like a charm. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth was I couldn't beat the lobster in a 1v1. He was just too powerful. So by playing dead, I was able to stay alive for a little bit longer. But the good news was I had one more ultimate final plan. A plan which if I failed, my comment section would never let me hear the end of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know where this is going. And so I spent all of days 98 and 99 doing nothing but placing TNT. And on day 100, I lit the most powerful TNT explosion this world has ever seen! Oh, wow. Wow. Yo, is that a block of gold? I'm rich!